Minasan, konnichiwa. Zamurai Engineer this. In this module, let us jump to the next topic of Chapter 6, which is General Requirements. So let us proceed. Again, the main objective of this code is for the life safety standard that address specific requirements to minimize danger to life from fire. Main objective. Not only from fire, it involves also minimization of danger from fire-related phenomena like smoke, heat, and toxic gases. And in doing so, it also contributes to mission continuity and property protection of both new construction and existing buildings. And in this part, we have 3 subtopics: Code SPA, then Occupancy Classification, and Hazard of Contents. We are on the module number 6, Code SPA. And inside it, we have 5 different points to discuss. We have the scope of the whole code, we have the purpose of the code, we have the application of the code. So in this particular module, we will absolutely define the main character of this code. Okay, so SPA means scope, purpose, and application. In addition, we will also discuss about the concept of equivalency, which is very much applicable in practical use, and the general code provisions. So in this number 2 module of the chapter, we are going to discuss about the purpose. What is the purpose of this code? The purpose is of this code is actually to provide minimum requirements for the safety to life from fire. From fire meaning it involves what? Smoke, toxic gas, heat. So it will also always involve smoke, heat, and toxic gas, because actually much of the time the human being cause of fatalities is actually mainly from smoke suffocation, not the fire itself. So smoke suffocation, and being smoke suffocation, we are suffocated because we also have what? The level of toxicity from this fire. Okay, so toxic gases. Okay, so not only the fire itself, but also the heat that is generated. So we usually have body burns, okay, hospitalized due to body burns, and most of the time they will recover from burns, but there are also contribution of fatalities from heat. So the main purpose really is to provide minimum. When we say minimum, it is not the to be misinterpreted as this is the actual provision that have to be installed. minimum. That is minimum. You have the choice to put up more than minimum. You have the choice to put up more than minimum. For example, you have two buildings and you treasure building B more than building A. And therefore, you have to put up better infrastructure to prevent fire for building B rather than building A. So, although maybe building A and the building B are the same, almost the same in what construction, in building design, in the design of the building, they are the same. For example, they are twin towers. Twin towers meaning they look alike, and almost all every aspect of the building design. Okay. However, the reason that maybe you are favoring building B rather than building A is that your own your own family safety is on building B. For example, you have a unit, your family members have a unit or something like that. While you don't know anybody in building A. So therefore, sometimes you may favor, okay? That is a human thing to do. Not that you cared less for the building A. You still satisfy the code by putting up the minimum. But on building B, you are putting up more than minimum. That is your choice. That is your choice. We are only required for the minimum, but we have a choice to protect ourselves in such a way that this requirement is just minimum, when therefore we can choose to be more safe, okay, or safer than building A. So provide minimum requirements for the safety of life. So it provides minimum. Therefore, because there is a minimum, and as you put up more and more additional facilities, equipment, a structure that would provide safety to life, there is a corresponding amount of safety. So therefore, the term safety to life is not 0, 100, 0 or 100. There are what? Degrees of safety. 50% safety, maybe. That is the minimum. Okay, 50% safety, maybe that is the minimum. We have 60% safe, 70% safe, 80% safe, 90%. There is no written hard rule or fast rule or even data that gives us an idea of what is 60% safety. I'm just discussing the concept. I'm just discussing the concept. I'm just explaining the concept that if you think that you have additional than necessary, for example, you spend more than necessary for the equipments, facilities, and structure to be installed in your building. Therefore, it is all only logical to expect that it is safer. Okay? It's only logical that it's safer. And 100% safety is only in theory. There's no such thing as 100% safe. Okay? There's no such thing as 100% safe because we are human beings. Anything that is made by a human being, we cannot expect 100% safe. They can be safe as high as you can assume. but that is only assumption. You cannot, for example, if you want a building not to get burned down in the future, are you 100% sure of it? There is no material in this world that cannot be destroyed. There's no material that cannot be destroyed as of now. Okay, so it is not logical to expect that you can get 100% safe. That is a goal. That is a target. So from minimum to 100%. That must be a choice of an engineer to design a structure that have his chosen level of safety in discussion, in agreement with the owner, because the owner is the final person who will say, okay, let's do it minimum. Let's do it more than minimum. Let's do it more than minimum. Let's do it way more than minimum. Okay? Let's do it the best that it could be in the current technology. So the owner will decide. But our engineers nowadays, currently, they are only targeting the minimum. And there is nothing wrong with that. After solving the minimum, you have to lay it down, consult with the owner, and suggest more than minimum. This minimum is the requirement of the law, the requirement of the standard. Okay? But it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to design it and automatically that is the one you have to install in your building. Okay? But sad to say, in truth, in fact, in our country, engineers sorry about that. There is a technical problem in our online apps. So let us continue. What I'm saying is that although that is the context of design in our country, wherein almost all of the engineers is designing the structure against minimum and leaving no room for the owner of the structure to choose for his or her own safety level or degree of safety.